What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mel here in our classic review, and today I'm talking about my thoughts on the second direct-to-video film, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Released back in October 5th of 1999 for VHS, and then on DVD on March 6th of 2001. Which involves the gang and another mystery, this time travel to New England, in a town called Oakhaven, which is a fictional suburb in Salem, Massachusetts. After being invited by horror writer Ben Ravencroft, a parody version of Stephen King, where like a number of direct-to-video Scooby-Doo animated film releases in the late 90s, early 2000s, Witch's Ghost features real supernatural elements instead of traditionally fabricated ones. The franchise is associated with giving the film a darker tone. The film has been adapted into a book as well. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, have you ever been to Salem? Do you find it interesting, the dark history, what has happened there? If you do, you better not judge a person by its cover. If you do, well, you're on your own and you're fucked. So yeah. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, and this is the second of the first 4 Scooby-Doo direct-to-video films to be animated overseas by Japanese animation studio Mook Animation. The film marks the first time voice actor and radio personality Scott Innes voiced Shaggy as Billy West, who voiced Shaggy in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, needed time for his voice work on Futurama. This was also the final film starring May Carey Bergman that was released during her lifetime. Ouch. If you don't remember her, she was pretty prominent. She was a prominent lead voice actress on South Park from the show's debut from 1997 until her death, where she performed 400 television roles in voice acting. Actually, her title role is mostly credited as Shane Cassidy, which is better known. But let's continue, shall we? As you know, and yeah. As for the voice casting, we have Scott Innes, now the voice doing the role of Scooby-Doo and Shaggy. Says he used to be only 2, like one for Scooby and one for Shaggy, and that was 2 for 1. Yeah, Frank Welker once again reprising his role as Fred Jones. Mary Kay Bergman as Daphne Blake will be her final time doing as Daphne. We have B.J. Ward as Valentine Dinkley. We also have the one and only Tim Curry as Ben Ravencroft. If you don't know who Tim Curry is, damn. To you young Gen Zs, you've seen Home Alone 2, he was the gayish hotel manager, which is actually, if you didn't notice, that hotel was once owned by Donald Trump, and he actually made an appearance to helping young Kevin, where's the concierge desk is. No shit. We also have Jennifer Hale as Sally Thorne McKnight, aka the lead singer of the Hex Girls. We also have Neil Ross as Mayor Corey and the exhibit voiceover. Ouch. Fun fact, Neil Dave Ross did notable work in many other animated cartoons such as Voltron, G.I. Joe, and Transformers. He also did video games like Mass Effect, and of course the infamous video game shithole, which is Leisure Suit Larry. Ooh, ouch. We also have Jane Wilden as Dusk. The other member of the Hex Girls, we have Bob Joles as Jack and Dr. Dean. We also have Kimberly Brooks as Luna, the third member of the Hex Girls. Well, she does have a role. She has voiced in video games since the mid-90s. She has played Ashley Williams in the Mass Effect series and Stormy and the Nickelodeon rival of the Winx Club as well. We have Tress MacNeille as Sarah Ravencroft, who is the villain, the witch herself. If you know who she is, she's another voice actress known for her role in animated television, including in Animaniacs, Babs Bunny on Tiny Toon Adventures, Chip and Gadget Hack Wrench on Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, and Daisy Duck in various Disney media. We have Peter Renaday as Mr. McKnight, Thorne's dad, which he did also famous roles, including his major roles, including as Master Splinter in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As well as he was also Abraham Lincoln in the Hall of Presidents and Henry in the Country Bear Jamboree at Walt Disney World. How interesting. Actually, let's talk more notable roles here. Let's talk about calling Bob Rolls, like I mentioned, Joel's. He's not only the most notable that he did was the voice of Man Ray in SpongeBob SquarePants, one of the villains of Aquaman, not Aquaman, Mermaid Man, and Barnacle Boy. And also, he did Bill Green in Big City Greens. He also provided the voice of Bagheera in segments for the Jungle Cubs. Wow. And yeah, a lot of notable people here, you know. But yeah, let's talk about calling Jennifer Hale, which, of course, both of them did mostly in video game franchise, like Jennifer Hale as well. She did like franchises such as Baldur's Gate, Mass Effect, Metal Gear Solid, BioShock Infinity, Metroid Prime, Overwatch, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Which is, hey, that's cool. And we all know Tim Curry. Besides Home Alone, he's famous for being the Nightmare Fuel, which is Pennywise the dancing clown in the original TV film It, which was the one that scared the shit out of kids in the 80s and 90s. After the success of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which received better sales than Warner Bros. Had expected, the team were asked to create a second Scooby-Doo direct-to-video film. Its predecessor was considered a one-off experiment, and as such, the crew producing it worked with a little oversight for the executives. For Witch's Ghost, the creative freedom was scaled back considerably. Warner Bros. Suggests screenwriter Rick Coop and David A. Goodman, which insulted the team that had produced the first film in a total anomaly. In addition, the studio requested the filmmakers tone down their content as they feared Zombie Island had proved too scary for the intended audience. Wow, that's a lot of bullshit. What was that? Oh, what was that, huh? You did the same thing with Tim Burton's Batman, huh? That became popular, and then you toned it down, and look what you got. Two fucking shitty ones. The third one, I like Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones, that's too, but I was hoping Billy D. Williams, who you remember him, he was Lando in Star Wars. And he also made an appearance as Harvey Dent in the first film of Batman. We kind of like to see him as Two-Face. That would be pretty cool. The other one, no. Yeah. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy? Yes. Arnie as Mr. Freeze? No. There were rumors if Tim Burton would have done all of them. I think Patrick Stewart would make a good Mr. Freeze. Says he kind of like looks similar to the Batman the Animated Series version of Mr. Freeze by characteristics. That would be actually pretty cool to see Captain Picard as Mr. Freeze. That would be pretty cool. Versus a ice pun, six-pack muscle man Terminator. No offense to Arnold Schwarzenegger, he was pretty good, but the puns were getting a bit too boring. Oh boy. Kind of wishing. Okay, I want to know if they could do an animated version of this film with Tim Burton style, like they did with, like DC's animated films, like they did with the Adam West one, like with the first two, like the Return of the Cape Crusaders and Batman vs. Two-Face, with Adam West versus Will Shatner as Two-Face. That could work. I want to see if DC could do an animated version, completing the Tim Burton one, the one we want to see, in the third and fourth in his vision. But yeah, back to Witch's Ghost. Coop Goodman's script concluded with revelations that the townspeople were using the witch as a publicity stunt. The original team found that unsatisfactory, and Glenn Leopold rewrote the last third of the film, introducing the concept that the ghost is real. No shit. If you leave it like that, it'll sink Warner Bros. To the damn 6 foot to the grave. Good thing they made the witches real, because hey, if you didn't believe the zombies were real, and look what they got. Peekaboo. Zombie pirates, zombie Confederate soldiers, zombie tourists, cat people. Hey, put a ghost in it. An actual witch's ghost that can turn anything into a monster. Hell yeah. That'll be pretty cool. As for the soundtrack, to coincide with the release of Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, Warner Bros. Decided to release the album Scooby-Doo Snack Tracks, the Ultimate Collection, and it went on to peak at number 5 on the Billboard's Kids Album chart and stayed in the top 25 for over 26 weeks. This popularity inspired Warner Bros. To release the full-length soundtrack for their next film, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Cat Rhino partnered with Warner Home Video and Cartoon Network to release the soundtrack for the film. According to Rhino VP Carol Lee, we worked closely with Warner Home Video so that we part everything they do. She added the soundtrack to the film was treated like that of a theatrical film release. We created a music video which appeared on the home video on September 14th of 1999. The soundtrack was released on CD and audio cassette. To you Gen Zs, audio cassette is like a mini VHS tape, but only for music or audio recording. I still have those. I guess my dad has. He still has a bunch of it, and they still work. It's actually pretty funny. It's like a mini VHS tape. And to rewind them, you need a pencil for that. If you don't know how to do that. But yeah. Featuring the songs by the Hex Girls and Billy Ray Cyrus performing Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Let's see. And the Hex Girls performed 7 songs of this album right here. The 7 songs that were performed by the Hex Girls are Hex Girl, Earth, Wind, and Fire and Air, The Witch's Ghost, It's a Mystery, Scooby Snacks, Zoinks, and Those Meddling Kids. Well, the rest are by... The first one was done by Billy Ray Cyrus, which is the theme Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Then later, The Ghost Is Here by Joe Bizzulo and Gary Falcone. Well, twice. Yeah, The Ghost Is Here and Terror Time. And Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Was an instrumental mix by David Mook and Ben Rayleigh. Times of release and reception, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost was released on VHS on October 5th, 1999, and like I said, it was released on DVD on March 6th of 2001. 2 years after its original release. The VHS included the pilot episode for Courage the Cowardly Dog entitled The Chicken from Outer Space, which, if you all remember, this was the pilot episode that starred Courage the Cowardly Dog. This famous one right here, which was a good idea. If you don't know what's Courage the Cowardly Dog, watch it. I'd recommend it. I'm glad they brought a crossover between Scooby and Courage and made an honorary tribute to the late voice actress who voices Muriel. May she rest in peace. Back to the same. The film earned a 50% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Dave Parkinson of Radio Times gave the film 2 out of 5 stars, saying this full-length cartoon featuring the ghost-hunting teenagers detectives is something of a mixed bag. Joel Neumer from Entertainment Weekly said, though slightly written, it doesn't have the punch of the last year's Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, but it's still scarier than the Blair Witch Project. Well, duh. If the studio hadn't put their damn noses, it would be similar like Zombie Island. A little darker, maybe put like a darker curse in there. That 50% would go like a 90%. But, of course, studios like to put their noses that they shouldn't be, giving less creativity to the crew, which, of course, it's a big shitter right there. We all hate when... Take example. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. This series the episodes started like in 2011 until they finished in 2016, which they have full creativity. And you see, compared to their television series now, which is there in Britain in Channel 4, which is about 20 minutes long. And you tell it's not like similar to the series because the series is way darker. It's still the same, but they have to tone it down because of, the studio wants to get like, we don't want something graphic, but it's still the charm. But I prefer like the web series better because hey, it gives a good punch to it. And I was actually watching a reaction today. Holy shit! Actually, I was laughing actually, and my friend was like, "What the fuck am I watching?" Oh my god. And I think last year was not just the year of Pinocchio, it's also the year of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Or the year of the puppets, actually. I seen like a lot of chats reacting to the original episode web series of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and also many parodies, including SMG4, if you don't remember. If you know that channel, they're famous. He's actually famous for doing like parodies of Mario. Like Mario will go like a dummy, actually. A lovable idiot. Which of course they did a parody of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, called Don't Hug Me, I'm Mario. Which of course, how the fuck do you enter from a McDonald's play place to their house? I mean, what the hell? Did they enter the fucking rabbit hole or something? I don't know, but sorry, the voice acting for each of the characters, like for Duck and Yellow Guy, I think Red Guy more of the creepy one. When Duck Guy asked, "What does make you angry, Red Guy?" The living. When they talk about emotions, I think the one that I like the part where when they're asking about emotions, when Yellow goes, "Let's talk about the emotion surprise," and they've disappeared, which freaks the shit out of S74 when he said, "You heard about what the hell? You heard what those crazy muffins said? They're gonna surprise my ass. What does that? What does everything have to do with his ass? What the hell? Even if you've seen their, game homo game reviews with Baldy, he hates one Baldy because the only place is his brother. I think I don't know that's his brother or his friend. I think that's his brother, Kevin. I think. Sorry. That every time they play a scary game, he thinks those characters will rape his ass. Oh boy, I think that's now SG4's character now. Anything that surprises him is what surprises his ass. From Five Nights at Freddy's to Baldy, now Happy, now this. Don't hug me, I'm scared, but back to Scooby-Doo. Oh boy. Now listen to this. The film was criticized by religious groups upon its release who claimed the Hex Girls were of the devil, luring young girls into Wicca witchcraft. Let me take my glasses off. Now I'm done face palming? That's a lot of bullshit. Good grief. Ugh. Have we not evolved yet? And remember, this takes place in Massachusetts, Salem, Massachusetts, in a fictional suburban part of Salem, Massachusetts, and they're claiming the devil. Good fucking grief. Ugh. They didn't get upset with voodoo in Zombie Island, but they get pissed off when it's about witchcraft. Good grief. I say y'all can tell that I don't like stupidity. And this is what stupidity goes, waha. Oh boy. But then get nominated for an Annie Award for Outstanding Animated Home Video Production, which I don't know who won that one that year in 2000. But yeah, I consider Wizard Girls my favorite, along with Zombie Island. They're good episodes for watching for October. But after reading that, fine print says religious groups claim the Hex Girls were of the devil and luring young girls into Wicca witchcraft. Boy, what the hell? I hear one after another. Stupid this, stupid that. Oh, holy fuck. Good grief. And this is back in 1999. I was like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years old at the time? I can't remember. Yeah, I had to be like 3 or 4 years old at the time when this when this episode came out. I actually liked it. But really? I think these are people who just have nothing better to do. I think these religious fanatics are just, but at the same time, like say that Dungeons and Dragons is full of the devil, which is bullshit because I play D&D. I'm a D&D type. I'm also a dungeon master as well. I'm working on a new campaign, which I'm actually creating on my Discord. But yeah. What you guys think of The Witch's Ghost? To me, my first scene has to be, well, the scenes with the fake witch. Like, that one actually scared the shit out of me, the fake witch, when she appeared, when Shaggy and Scooby left the diner. I feel bad for the owner of the diner. What was his name? Jack? I feel bad for Jack, and holy shit, Scooby and Shaggy ate the whole plot. And it's not, they didn't hate the whole thing. This is the last score since during the time while the gang were with Bane and Ravencroft. Jack just wanted to get more food at the grocery store. Holy shit! I kind of like the introduction of the Hex Girl when Shaggy's group pretends to be cool and the girls say hi, showing their vampire fangs, and that scared they drop the the cool boy to chicken shit. Then came the Witch's Ghost, which this town will pay for what they did to me. But more higher pitch was actually for instead playing the witch with the rest of the town because they need tourism. Well, I don't blame them. I've seen these famous colonial towns where you get tourism based on their dark history. Like, look at Salem now. On their Witch Paneria. On the famous Witch Museum, which I want to visit there. I kind of like it. I want to visit Salem. Going to Sleepy Hollow. I did visit Williamsburg in Virginia when I was like little, like around kindergarten or first grade during that time. It was actually pretty cool. We stayed at a hotel in Williamsburg. It was actually pretty cool. They had good food, good mashed potatoes. I remember. I still have the memory. It was a rainy day there. It was near a CVS or Walgreens. I can't remember. I bought like this bubble gum. It's one of those strip gums. The yellow one. I can't remember. It's juicy fruit. And they got the mint ones. But yeah. I kind of like it. I want to visit Salem. It's in one of my bucket lists. Salem, New Orleans. Because most people when they wanted to go visit the state, like, let's go to Disneyland! Yay! Me, I like to visit towns that are like more haunted. Like, you got Louisiana, you got Mount Salem, maybe Alabama, maybe Atlanta, and what was the name of the other town? Oh, fuck. In Georgia? Let's see, there's Atlanta. Savannah. Okay. I want to visit Texas, mostly Dallas, San Antonio, to see the Alamo. But yeah, let's go back to Salem with the Witch's Ghost. Which to me, I like the film. It's actually pretty cool. I kind of wish they made more a bit darker, like they did with Zombie Island. Then they get the good points they should. But of course, when the studio puts their noses what it shouldn't be, well, that's what happens. Fuck. But for me, my favorite scene has to be the betrayal when Ben reveals that his answer was not a good person but an evil witch that the other Wicca's banished her in her spell book. Well, karma bites him in the ass when they defeated her. She drags him in the book, and the book's destroyed by a fire, which ensures the Ravencroft would never return ever again. Damn. But yeah. Talk about the actress who does Mary-Kate Bergen. Damn. I was checking the one who played the voice of Daphne. She passed away at a young age. She was like 38 when she passed away on November 11th of 1999. And the cause of death was... Ooh, damn. Suicide by gunshot. Damn. Rest in peace, Mary. We will never forget your performance as Daphne. It says here that she did careers in South Park and debuted in 1997 until her death, including 400 television commercials, voiced over 100 cartoons, film, and video game characters. She began voicing the Disney character Snow White, and also she voiced Daphne in 3 films from the Scooby-Doo franchise, as well as Timmy Turner in Oh Yeah cartoons, which... Wait, really? She was the original voice of Timmy Turner? I didn't know that. Oh, you mean I read her the pilot. From 1991-97, she voiced several minor characters in The Simpsons. Damn. There's a lot she did. Let's see. She voiced the villain Dr. Blight in the series Captain Planet, replacing Meg Ryan. But of course, she did a lot. She did also another one of Snow White. She also did South Park. She was the original voice for most of the female characters in South Park in the feature film South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Ooh. Her characters include Leanne Carmen, Sheila Broflovsky, Sharon Marsh, Carol McCormick, and Wendy Testaberger. Damn. She had other minor roles like Mrs. Butterworth of the from the commercial, yeah, the syrup. Calling Disney's films, going Beyond the Beast as Mrs. Bimbets, The Hunter of Notre Dame as Quasimodo's mother, and Jill Hercules as several female characters, Mulan, Toy Story 2, including the series JJ and the Jet Plane. I read that show was creepy. Damn. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading this. Wow. It says here, on November 11th of 1999, Bergman contributed a radio program celebrating Disney's 45th anniversary while she was talking to a friend on the phone. An hour and 20 minutes later, her husband and her friends, John Bell, returned home to find her. She had shot herself in the head with a shotgun. Wow. Now that's just sad right there. She suffered from bipolar and general anxiety. Damn. Well, Mary, rest in peace. We will remember you as well. Back to our daily program. As I was saying, what are your thoughts on Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost? Did you like this film? What was your favorite scene? What was your favorite music? To me, The Witch's Ghost, it has to be one of my favorites because I like the history compared to... I like when they... I kind of wish it was more darker, like with Zombie Island, but of course, studio likes to put their noses in the wrong place. But yeah. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video. And the next review will be Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. Until then, see you next time, people. Peace.